Good afternoon, everyone. In today's video, we are going to continue to update you on Winter Storm Landon, possibly bringing some severe weather throughout the south today. We're going to start off the video here by looking at the current radar conditions and also a severe weather risk for the south today, including tornadoes as one of the threats here. Let's start off here in Texas, where this is finally starting to kind of move out of Texas as we speak here, but we're still seeing a lot of ice just to the east of the Dallas area. Dallas is definitely seeing some snowfall now rather than ice, but it is just east of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now entering Shreveport may see a very little bit of ice as this cold front keeps diving south. But as you can see, Little Rock is still seeing ice. We're seeing a lot of snowfall still in the Fort Smith area, Springfield, Missouri. Over here in Western Tennessee, you're seeing a lot of ice here. We're seeing over 100,000 customers out of power already, and this ice yet just continues in Western Tennessee and Western Kentucky. This is also continuing all the way up here in southern Indiana. Columbus is seeing a lot of ice here, and it's going to continue throughout the day here, where you're seeing upwards of 1 inch of accumulations in ice, which is absolutely insane. As you can see, winter mix precip discussion here by the Storm Prediction Center discussing freezing rain and mixed precipitation, all of that stuff. And then this snow is already starting to move into New England here. This is a massive winter storm here. As we go south here, as you can see, we do have snow continuing in Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, and Missouri, stuff like that. But we go down south here, we do have a slight risk for severe storms in the yellow. And we also have some storms moving throughout the area. Not severe yet, but they are looking quite strong here. So definitely be weather aware today. If you do live in these areas, you do have a tornado potential of a 5% risk of tornadoes in the yellow and a 2% risk for tornadoes in the green. We also have for hail only around a 5% chance for hail. Really not a big chance because we don't have a lot of energy down here. And for wind, we do have a 15% chance for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and a 5% chance on the brown for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Here's a National Weather Service watch warning and advisory display. We still have winter storm warnings down here in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Maine is now continues to be in a winter storm warning. They did extend it to much down here, more southern Maine, New Hampshire, seeing those winter storm warnings as well. And we are also seeing a tornado watch down here in portions of Mississippi and Alabama. Like you saw, we have that tornado risk for today. So they did issue a tornado watch around 11:40 a.m. CST, and that's for, of course, tornadoes here. We do have a moderate chance for tornadoes, a moderate chance for EF2 plus tornadoes, so definitely a chance for some strong tornadoes, and severe wind is moderate, and severe hail is a pretty low chance here. There are those counties in effect. If you do live in a county that is highlighted in red, make sure you do stay aware for tornadoes today. We do have ice storm warnings in effect here for those very dark purple colors. Those are where you could see upwards of 1 inch of accumulation in ice. And we do have a hard freeze warning down here in Texas in those purple colors. So not the winter weather advisories in those much lighter purple colors, but this dark purple color again is going to be a hard freeze warning for tonight, I assume, because it's going to be so cold over here. You usually do have plants in the winter, so you may get a hard freeze warning. Make sure you do cover your plants if you don't want them to, die or stuff like that. So you do have the hard freeze warning in effect. You have those ice storm warnings reaching from Arkansas all the way up there to Ohio. So a very large area of that ice storm. And we have winter weather advisories in those light purples. Here is ice accumulation still yet to come. Over here in West Tennessee, a good portion of the ice has already fallen, but you're still going to expect upwards of 1/4 of an inch of ice still to fall here. Arkansas still around a 1/10 of an inch to around 1/4 of an inch in spots of ice still to come. And Kentucky here, you've still got over an inch of ice still to come in northern Kentucky here. Western Kentucky, upwards of half an inch still to come. Over here in Ohio, you're just getting started. You're still having upwards of 1 1/4 inch of ice still to come. So these are going to be catastrophic ice damage to those power lines, trees. Pretty much a lot of trees are going to fall. So if you do have any trees along your house, definitely stay caution from this ice, because these are going to be very damaging to the trees and power lines and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty damaging or pretty catastrophic, especially for power outages and stuff like that. You may be out for days, or talking even a couple of weeks until you get power back. So make sure you do have several plans in place for stuff like that. And this is going today, so make sure, if you don't have plans already, make sure you do have emergency plans in case power goes out for days and you can't stay warm. So that they have plans to go to shelter or anything, neighbors, or plans. Just make plans, emergency plans, just in case of worst case scenarios. Let's go ahead and go to the Mid-Atlantic, where you could also expect upwards of an inch of ice. Now over here in portions of the Mid-Atlantic and portions of the New England area, this is where you could also see up to an inch of ice. So Pennsylvania, talking State College area, you could see up to an inch of ice, which again is catastrophic damage to trees, power lines, and pretty much anything hanging is going to have a lot of weight on it, a lot of extra weight. Anything natural or power lines, it's good, they're going to fall, because there's so much weight on it that it's not usually used to taking that much weight, since the roots grow exactly like the out of ground tree. So it's not used to taking that much weight, and there's so much top heavy weight, it's going to be just falling down or snapping. Especially branches, those branches are going to snap easily because there's going to be so much weight on it. So definitely, again, if you live in around very close to trees, make sure you keep a close eye on them. Make plans, like I said, emergency plans and anything like that, because you've still got an inch of ice to come, and even upwards of 1.5 inches of ice to come still in those areas. So that was your update on the latest winter storm Landon. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for possibly an update tonight. A lot of updates are going to be on the community tab of the channel, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss another upload or live stream on any other weather events, and this weather event still ongoing. Share this with any friends or family that may still live in these ice storm areas and may not have the information yet at their hands or at their fingertips. But as always, stay safe.